Hey guys, I'm back, and I'm back in my car, but my son and husband are inside, and my son, being a little boy, is loud, so I came out here for quiet. In my first video, I didn't get a chance to say everything I wanted to about Katie. I just kind of winged it, and now I have notes. So I'm gonna read from my notes. So, first of all, I think I started watching her with the toddy vitamins, and what really kind of drew me in was the Amber Portwood audio. And I think that's what kind of made her channel explode was the audio. She was the only channel that had it, and I believe she had under 10,000 subs, and if I can remember correctly, that video has around 500,000 views last time I checked. So I think that kind of catapulted her into a lot of people's radar, frankly. So soon after that, I remember she did some call-in shows about Eugenia Cooney, and she was in talks with Jacqueline Glenn, who is a YouTuber that has maybe roughly 1 million subs. So even back then, she was reaching out to creators that had a pretty good sized fan base. So I think she was kind of looking for clout. And I hate that word. It sounds like a disease. Like I got a case of clout. Anyway, so I remember her talking with Jacqueline Glenn, and Katie seems to have a pattern of behavior. Every creator she works with, talks with, she it ends horribly. So I don't know what happened with Jacqueline. So there's that. I'm not sure her whole history with Leslie Bass, but I do remember Leslie getting arrested, and Katie, I think she had something to do, allegedly, with Leslie's channel being mass flagged. Katie, again, in my opinion, saw Leslie as a huge threat, and that was her way of kind of getting rid of the competition, if you will. And around that time, unfortunately, Leslie's nephew passed away, and there's screenshots going around that Katie made some disgusting comments about her nephew passing. Katie says that they're false, but in my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, so don't come for me, Katie. It's my opinion that she did say those things, and that is beyond disgusting. So there's my take on that. And then Katie became buddies with Matt Baer, and she also starts talking about being buddies with Lindsay Chrisley. There's no proof of this, just Katie name dropping, so who knows? Lindsay might be Katie's imaginary friend for all we know. And then I remember Katie had a live with her husband, and it was really cringy. I remember her reading a comment where a subscriber asked what Todd thought of his wife being an investigative journalist and a badass. And Todd had a look of surprise, like, that's what you're telling people? You're investigative journalist? Like, really? And that'd be like me doing a live and me telling people I'm a psychologist, and my husband being like, really, Clarissa? That's what you're telling people? You're a psychologist? So I remember her giving him like this horrible, like, death glare, like, shut up. But he seemed to find that amusing, like, no, she's not an investigative journalist, but yeah. And I think in the same live, she made a disgusting comment about her. She can't wait to be an old lady so she can sexually harass younger boys, which, who even says that as a joke? That is just gross. And then I think again in the same live, or they could be separate ones, they're all deleted. She did this impersonation of Chelsea from Teen Mom 2, and she's talking about Chelsea's anxiety. Like, I'm not even gonna do it because it's so disgusting. And Katie claims she has anxiety, which, me personally, I have generalized anxiety disorder, I have panic disorder, social anxiety, and PTSD. If someone wanted me to do an impersonation of someone, there's no way I would go straight for talking about their anxiety. That is just disgusting. It's low. It's just, I don't know why you'd even go there. It's just gross. And then, um, more stuff happened, but I wasn't watching her at that time. I came back around the Micah Stauffer incident where she rehomed her son, which is disgusting. But I think Katie saw that she could hone in on a whole new audience, and that's what she did. She always goes for different topics where she can try to hone in on new audiences and just bring in a whole new group that don't know about her past and everything that she's done that's been controversial, just disgusting. And then during that time, she also was covering the Shane Dawson drama that was going on about everything disgusting that was going on with him. And Katie, for some reason, on her Twitter, she must have combed through all of Shane's videos because she had every disgusting clip on there about him. Sorry, it was just, I don't know. So if channels used her clips, they kind of had to credit her, or they're like, go to her Twitter to see more clips, because if you show those clips on your channel, automatically demonetization. So yeah, and I remember that's when H3 kind of gave her a shout out. Well, a shout out in Katie's eyes. I thought they were kind of making little digs at her. But yeah, Katie claimed Hila couldn't, was dancing to the intro. And I know Ethan was making fun of her intro, but whatever, to each their own. And then she jumped on the Sanders Kennedy train. Sanders Kennedy made this crazy statement that if you were a victim of Shane Dawson, there's an investigation with the LA Sheriff's Department. And right away, I don't think that video was up for 1 hour. And there's Katie she went live and she's trying to just jump on Sanders' coattails with that one. And then once people started outing Sanders about it, that's when she was getting heat, and automatically she just tossed him under the bus. Like, yep, I had nothing to do with it. I just wanted to help people. I was just going by what I was told by Sanders. It was just, you knew she wanted to have the exclusive, and she got caught, and she wanted to throw Sanders under the bus. Angelica Oles reported on the Sanders debacle, and then she told her experience that she had with Katie, and Katie was absolutely livid because Angelica has a really big subscriber base, and she was just pissed that Angelica would do that to her. But I was happy hearing Angelica's experience with her behind the scenes. It just shows that Katie exhibits a pattern of behavior. She's quick to make videos because she just hops on live and she makes videos. And then when she starts to see unfavorable reactions to those videos, she deletes them because in her mind, deleting stuff equals it never happened. And then she makes videos garnering sympathy. Examples are videos about her son and his health and disabilities. Another one is her best friend's husband who died. You guys remember that one? And then her sexual assault experience. And then she usually ends up deleting them because all those videos are deleted. I remember she exploited her best friend's husband's death, which was really disgusting. I don't think they were as close as Katie thinks in her mind, but she made countless videos about it. And I remember reading a tweet that she bought so many pranks for her best friend's son to play on his family members, which I thought was extremely inappropriate. And I remember replying to that tweet saying, why don't you donate the proceeds or the money that you made off the videos exploiting your best friend? Because now that she's a single parent, she could use that money. And obviously, Katie's exploiting her best friend for money, and I think her best friend deserves that. Just my 2 cents. Then she started speaking about the SL case, the little girl. And then when she got heat from that, she started talking about her own sexual assault. And then she wound up doxing her alleged rapist, his family, multiple family businesses. And it's like she was doubling down. She would not let it go. She was tweeting to the St. Louis Park Police Department. She was just letting everyone know who he was, the family businesses. I thought it was extremely gross, and I thought for sure they would sue her, honestly. I was waiting for some sort of lawsuit. And it just shows that she has a history of maliciously doxing people. It's a pattern. And I think since getting the lawsuit from Toddy, she is spiraling. Um, One example is the live stream where Todd is frustrated, says he's been in that room for 10 fucking hours, and you can clearly hear her son screaming in distress. And she just doesn't end the live. She like hides her phone against her chest, and she's probably yelling at Todd. And then you hear Todd stomping up the stairs, slamming everything. Then you hear him say, "Why are you still awake? Go to sleep." I remember hearing that so many times. Like when it's disgusting. While she's staring at the camera, not phased, not flinching to any of the slamming, nothing. And I remember on her son's birthday, Todd sent a super chat asking if she would come say goodnight to her son. I mean, how sad is it that your husband needs to send you a super chat to say goodnight to your son, to get your attention? I think, in my personal opinion, she's addicted to the internet. If she's not on one platform, she's on another or another. She's going live on YouTube, on Instagram. She's tweeting up a storm, then deleting against. She's not supposed to be deleting anything because that's deleting evidence. She is just a shit show, in my opinion. And I think if anyone gives a shit about her, like her husband, he should take away her phone and toss the internet modem like out into the street. It's just really sad. In my opinion, I think maybe she's battling with substance abuse problems because you see her going live late at night, and I think she forgets what she said, what she's done, and then like that, they're deleted. But usually people grab a screen recording, and if you want to know a lot of these videos and stuff, check out subreddit Without a Crystal Ball. They have everything. So I highly recommend seeing their subreddit. They have every receipt, trust me. And then again, this past week, she talked about her son's preemie story, and she said she gave birth to her hero, again, trying to garner sympathy. And I'm not trying to be mean, it's just, in my opinion, she uses her son's illness, disabilities, when she's trying to garner sympathy, when she's seen as unfavorable, and she's trying to get people to stop and not bully her and whatever. So that's my quick little rundown, even though it's over 15 minutes. Thank you for staying with me if you're still here. And thank you to my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. My goal is to get 1,000 so I can become monetized. And my channel isn't going to be a Katie Joy hate channel by all means. This is me being a former sub and the reasons why Katie made me unsub. No one else but Katie. So, Katie, if you're watching this, you really need to be holding yourself accountable because only you can make people unsub, not other people. Because me, I like to see sides or situations from every side possible, not just, oh, someone talks shit about Katie. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna unsubscribe. But anyway, thank you guys. Have a great night and bye. Thank you.